You will be amazed by this movie. According to crypto specialists, all XRP Ripple owners could soon be dollar millionaires, all for one cause. Ripple's court triumph over the SEC. Years of growing power have prepared XRP to finally take off. In a few hours, experts say, the price of XRP coin might surpass $100. Quite amazing, isn't it? Let's take it one step at a time. Without more delay, let us go directly to the topic. Disclaimers. The legal fight between Ripple and the SEC has taken yet another surprising turn, increasing interest in one of the most keenly followed issues in cryptocurrency. Judge Analisa Torres ruled, just as it appeared, both sides were about to leave years of litigation behind, sending shockwaves around the XRP community. Judge Torres lately turned down a combined request from Ripple and the SEC to lower Ripple's civil penalty of $125 million to $50 million and lift the XRP sales injunction. The motion was considered procedurally inappropriate. The court said that even if jurisdiction had been reinstated, the request still would not satisfy the legal criteria under Rule 62 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. The judge, in brief, made it obvious that following over 5 years of high-stakes legal battle, there would be no shortcuts to the finish line. Legal expert James Phelan emphasized the significance of the decision by noting that Judge Torres said she would have refused the motion irrespective of jurisdiction. Journalist Eleanor Tarrant expressed that feeling and underlined the court's current need for more than mutual agreement. It's asking for a reason-based argument for any change to the current ruling, stressing that the integrity of the legal system had to be maintained after years of federal litigation. Attorney John Deaton underlined the gravity with which the judge is handling the process. This news follows increasing XRP community skepticism that the whole case could be more political drama than actual enforcement. Longtime XRP advocate Ido Farina tweeted, Ripple met with the SEC back in February 2018. What if the lawsuit was only political play all along? What if everything had already been settled behind closed doors? My XRP is not for sale. His comments resonate with a strong mistrust among investors that the SEC's activities were part of a larger agenda not totally focused on safeguarding retail investors. King XRP tweeted that the United States had accepted a Ripple SEC settlement, adding further flames to the already burning one. Although both sides had consented to a modified punishment, Judge Torres's decision makes it obvious that court approval is far from certain. It's a reminder that the rule of law stays the last authority even with backroom agreements or mutual consent. Jack the Rippler's strong remark, underlined by him, is also generating excitement in the community as he said an SEC commissioner called XRP the only cryptocurrency with actual regulatory clarity. For Ripple, that's a major milestone and a daring endorsement. If accurate, it legally separates XRP from Ethereum, Bitcoin, or any other asset still trapped in the regulatory murky area, putting it in a league of its own. This could be XRP's most potent weapon going forward, clarity that others still lack after all the suffering, uncertainty, and market volatility caused by the SEC's action. This story's origins go back to 2020, when the SEC charged Ripple with running an unregistered securities offering. Ripple won a number of significant triumphs in the years that followed, including a decision that XRP was not a security in some situations. Still, the legal fees and limitations kept mounting finally prompting more talks between the two sides. A few days ago, Ripple and the SEC filed a suggested settlement to lower the civil penalty and remove the sales limitations. Just days later, they ran across another legal wall. Maybe that's the true win for XRP, not only surviving the SEC's assault, but also emerging from it with regulatory certainty no other digital asset can assert. The consequences are great if XRP is suddenly the one crypto asset having unambiguous legal standing in the United States. Long-term legitimacy, worldwide recognition, and institutional adoption could all be on the horizon. What is left to be seen is whether Ripple's fight will be a cautionary story or a roadmap for the rest of the crypto community. XRP's price should naturally reflect this. Analysts are not holding back, given Ripple's standing strong following years of court fights and regulatory clarity finally in reach. The projections are outrageous. Many believe a great breakout is just around the corner. What comes after could really astound you. The buzz about XRP is therefore understandable as it is approaching fever pitch. President Trump forecasts a significant stock market rise. Crypto voices like Brett claim XRP will generate so many billionaires in this bull run-in, the largest transfer of wealth. One cannot help but think that something great is approaching. Influencers from throughout the sector are speaking out. Monix brazenly claims XRP is already the new Bitcoin. Steph doesn't hold back. Well done, XRP holders. We're on the verge of being wealthy. But excitement by itself is not what makes XRP so interesting at the moment. Behind the clamor is a real discussion about long-term legacy, strategy, and wealth generation. Early investor since February 2011, crypto veteran Armando Pantoja cautions that unexpected riches can be as harmful as they are exciting. As what might happen if XRP reaches the much-awaited $100 threshold. XRP would have to increase more than 4,400% at today's pricing to hit $100. For someone with only 10,000 coins, that might be a seven-figure portfolio. Pantoja, however, underlines that becoming a millionaire is just half the fight. Most individuals fall by remaining rich. He claims that lacking a strategy leads to emotive, hasty choices. He therefore advises investors to specify what he terms their freedom number, the yearly income required to maintain your desired lifestyle, and then double it. This is not about luxury, it's about creating a margin of safety for the unforeseen. That attitude of clarity, discipline, and preparedness could ultimately distinguish between a short-lived windfall and generational prosperity. Pantoja's counsel: maintain your principle. Create revenue sources from real estate, staking, or dividends. Don't pursue more. Avoid too much leverage. Before prices go parabolic, write down your exit plan. Market analysts do not completely reject the notion of XRP reaching $100 as crazy, while some, like Barry C., believe a lengthier timescale extending into 2034 or perhaps 2040 depending on adoption, utility, and institutional backing. Others see 2025 as a potential breakout year. Surely, without market cap worries, XRP might reach $100, says the All Things XRP specialist. XRP's market capitalization would then be $5.8 trillion. A huge figure, but not impossible in a world financial system moving toward tokenization and blockchain-based rails. Claver, DAG's managing director, concurs with a significant warning. Many would miss out even if XRP reaches $100 if they lack mental discipline to manage such stress. Greed and fear won't be rewarded by the market. It honors planning. And naturally, we cannot overlook the most recent alliances. Fresh intel claims Ripple is about to significantly increase its worldwide presence. Major financial institutions are lining up, and rumors of government-level mergers are beginning to appear. Should it be accurate, this is not only another optimistic indication. Ripple's technology is obviously on its way to control world money. The most recent swift developments so strengthen what XRP advocates have long held. Ripple's technology is not only being used silently behind the scenes, but it's already woven into the fabric of discussions about blockchain integration at the highest levels. Though some say Ripple was absent from Swift's latest changes, a closer look shows differently. Directly from Swift's own website, Wells Fargo and several other institutions are examining this sector utilizing Ripple. That straightforward statement says a lot. Ripple is no longer merely a fringe experiment. It's fundamental to the way the financial elite see blockchains function in banking. XRP Dragon stated flatly that XRP is the most